Can you guys hear me? Yes, okay, good. Okay. Just give me a few seconds. Let me pull up my notes here, and then we'll get started. Okay, good. Things appear okay. That's good. Okay. Manita, we are getting some background noises on your side. I believe it's Manita. I'm not sure. Okay, let's get started. Okay, sorry about the trouble, guys. Okay, so we are gonna jump into web basics, but we are gonna only cover part of it. We're not gonna cover everything because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with Excel and then web HTML as well. So we're gonna keep half and half. Topics that we're going to cover: overview of the last session, okay, introduction to HTML, W3 school site, basic HTML tag, and then we're going to stop right there. Maybe touch a little bit of web design, introduction to XML and JSON. Okay, I'm going to skip that part. Okay, introduction to HTML. What is HTML? It is a language that is used to create web page. Using HTML, you can create web page with text, graphics, sound, and video. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. If you are a QA who is going to work mostly with HTML, then you might get that interview question: what does HTML stand for? Then how does HTML work? Okay, so we have Internet Explorer, Chrome. These are our web browsers. Then whenever we go to Google, that's our website. So let's see what other web browser. Internet Explorer. Okay, the Internet Explorer right here. I'm going to go to Google. Google.com. So can you tell me what is the difference between going to google.com from here and here? These two. What's the difference? Okay.
It's two different interfaces.
Two different interfaces.
One is based on Explorer and the other one is Chrome.
Okay. Okay. Now we're going to come back to this slide, but we're going to go to web browser. The purpose of a web browser is to read HTML documents and display them. Browsers do not display HTML tags, but use them to render the content of the page. Okay, so what Internet Explorer over here is doing is reading that tag, reading that code, that HTML, and displaying that pretty picture in front of you, right? What Chrome is doing the same thing. It's reading. That's the whole purpose of having a web browser, whether it is Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Mozilla, anything, right? Now, what happens when we look at the back of the page. This is what it looks like. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Maybe it'll be better. Okay. Okay. Do you see how I'm going to try to make it a little bit more bigger? Where did it go? Do you see this brackets right here? This two bracket? It's like an opening. It's kind of like hugged by that opening bracket, closing bracket, angle brackets. And then it says doc type HTML. And then it has an opening bracket again. And let's follow that through and let's see where it closes. Right here. Okay? Then there's another opening bracket. Head closes right here. Then we have other opening brackets. Okay. Now, this is what they have behind the scene. Now, if you were to open up google.com and if you did get this right here, this code right here, instead of this pretty picture right there, then you probably would not use google.com, right? So the web browser's job is to display that pretty picture that is programmed like this. Now it looks like that's a lot right there, but honestly it's not. Okay, it's just a couple of tags telling you where to go and then search, but we'll get to that later. So we now know what HTML does. HTML basically is a language that is used so the web browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, they can look at it and translate this into a little pretty picture like this. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop for 1 second and I will go back. It says here again, HTML elements are represented by tags, nothing more than a text file. Okay. You guys have to download Notepad++, but I will go over that later. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, and you don't need to know this now, I just want you to see how it works. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to open up a notepad. We all work with notepad, right? Notepad. Okay, just write things. I'm going to copy and paste this. We're going to say, and don't worry about what these brackets do yet. I'm going to write in these brackets, we are learning HTML. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click on File. I'm going to do Save As. If you don't have to actually pay attention right here. I'm going to do .html. My page. HTML. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and close it. I saved my HTML right here. I want to make sure. Yep. Okay, good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on it and I want to open it. Open with, sorry. And then I'm going to choose one of the browsers. So I have Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer. I'm just going to use Google. Okay. See what we wrote right here. Class. Right here. And then we are learning HTML. It's right here. Now what I'm going to do is, and don't worry about it if you don't know it yet, we're going to go through this, but I want to show you how it works before we get into it. Sometimes looking at the bigger picture kind of helps you. That's what I was looking for. Copy. What I'm going to do is open this up, and under class I'm going to use this tag, right? And then I'm going to copy image address, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. Copy. I'm gonna close it. Save. Okay, this is what our page used to look like, right? I'm gonna close all my tabs so we're not confused with tabs here. Right click on it, open with Google Chrome. Okay, now we have class Google, we're learning HTML, right? So this is what we're gonna do for the next couple of classes. We're gonna try to create our own website with our own pictures, not like our pictures, but with our own pictures that we pick out from internet and so on. So let's go ahead and learn about HTML. So is everyone clear what HTML is? Not how to write code in HTML, but is everyone clear what HTML is?
Is HTML the only language used for website, or is there any other?
HTML is the only language used for the website, but there is helper language like PHP. Then there is CSS, which is HTML's kind of like little sister. It helps you design. There is JSON. There's JSON, and what is this called? XML, where you can retrieve certain data. And so on. Yeah. Okay. So we know so far that HTML is basically used for websites to read the code and display the pretty picture. Okay. Now let's look at the structure of it. So it's kind of like a human body, right? So think about HTML, okay, as like the whole a human, and then you have the head and then the body. Okay, now notice this. You have HTML here, which starts with just an angle bracket and angle bracket, but then whenever you are done with that HTML tag, okay, these are called tags. Every one of these are called tags. These right here. Okay, whenever you're done with that HTML bracket, you put slash and then whatever you're ending, whether it is P or whether it's H1 or HTML. Beautiful drawing. Okay, now you have the head, okay, and then the body. Okay, now look at some of the structures on it. It always starts with HTML, ends with HTML. Inside that, we have the head that closes, and then the body. Inside the body, you can put heading, you can put paragraph, which is H1, P, and then there's P, end of P, end of P, title, end of title in the head. And you have much more tags like that. So that's how the structure of it is. Always have angle brackets wrapped around the tag, and then whenever it ends, we want to say angle brackets, but inside that angle brackets we're going to put a slash to just let the code know, or let the web browser know, hey, my code ends right here, or hey, my body begins here, my body ends here, my head begins here, my head ends here, title opens here, title closes here, heading opens here, heading closes here. Tags are these. Okay, whatever goes inside your tags, this is your content. Okay. So the web browser, we already read it. The purpose of the web browsers is to read HTML documents and display them. Browsers do not display HTML tags, but use them to render the content of the page. So now that we know what that HTML website is, browser is okay, let us learn. Okay. All right. HTML editors. Now this is probably something that's gonna go in your notes. You can use Notepad, okay, to write your HTML code. Notepad. Right here. You can use Notepad++, okay, that you have to download. It is a free tool. After you open a Notepad, okay, after you open a Notepad, let's say we're gonna just use Notepad right now. After you open a Notepad and you write a HTML on here. I'm gonna close this. After you write a HTML on here, write the HTML. This is the step we are on right now. Red highlighted. Let's go to the body so we can see it. Okay. HTML. Close it. Oh, close it. And then we're gonna end HTML with a black slash. And then we don't have to. I'm not gonna put head. I'm not gonna put head. Maybe I'll put a body. 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 Okay, inside that, I don't know why I always pick the Google image, but we're gonna copy that image link. Sorry. And paste it. Okay. We are using our structure. We ended. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go to File, and then we're gonna go to Save As, and I'm gonna save it on my desktop for now. Okay, I'm gonna save it on my desktop. I'm going to name it My Page 2, and then you'll see that in here is going to only give you .txt, which is extension, .txt, and just a star file. But what we want to do is do my page 2 .html. Okay, and save it. Okay, because what happens if we just do txt? It's going to show you as a text file. We don't want to do that. We're creating HTML here, so we wrote it. Now we named the extension to .html, and then done. I have my HTML page. Okay, so my page 2, I'm going to go ahead and open with Google Chrome if I want to, and then here my page is done. Okay.
So what you added in the middle?
I'm sorry?
Can you go back to the HTML?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're talking about the structure.
No. Yeah,
This one?
this one.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, what's this? SRC.
Okay.
Source.
Yeah, that means the source. So look at it quickly. This, see how you see how HTML has its own tag and body has its own tag. Whenever you are using image, so I'm using the Google image to display, right? I have to use a tag that the web browser understands to know that, hey, I'm about to display a picture. That's the image src source equal to this. Now, how do I know this? Is because I went to W3 school and I looked up image, and then it told me the HTML image tag syntax. And although right now it might seem a little confusing, like how did you know how to use it? But that's fine. It's okay to be confused right now. after you start using those simple tags like basic and heading and then paragraph and style, those things, this will be simple. Okay, this will be simple. So instead of that,
can you open a page then, one simple page to give us full,
like,
you're going to go slowly?
Go slowly. We're gonna build up and then go there. Yeah. So let's say that I want to add a paragraph. Hi, this is Rihanna. Okay, I'm gonna close that. Save it. It's still in my HTML, so I don't have to change the extension. And if you look here, it says gonna say my page HTML. And so I'm gonna do open with Google Chrome. Hi, this is Rihanna. Done. Okay. This was before, this was now. Okay. So I don't want you guys to think too deeply on it. How does Google actually have that on, like whenever we go to google.com, we can just see it. How does that happen? They uploaded that HTML into the internet and they told them to display it, but that's too advanced, so we don't need to know that. So then done. This is how we make a HTML full file. Okay. So this is the norm of HTML. So you will see that start tag and the end tag that I was talking about, and then content goes here. That's pretty much going to be all of your tags. So let's look at some HTML tags. By the way, after we are done with HTML, we are going to create a website, and then some of us are going to show it to the class. So you can be as creative you want. Okay. Look at this. So you have head, title, body, and then bold, the italic, center, and all that stuff. But it all starts with tag name and that. So let's go try something else. I'm going to put this on this side. I'm going to put this on this side. And open image in new tab. Okay. Alright, let's play around with this in a minute. So my name is Rihanna. I want to make just Rihanna bold because I'm narcissistic in a way. So let's bold. Okay? And then I want to say, what is your name? In italic. Let's find italic right there. Set in italic. I. Okay. What is your name? Angle, brace, bracket, or slash, I, close bracket. Okay. Let's do something else. What else do we want to do? Center. Okay, I want to center myself. So in paragraph, right, I want to center, hi, this is Rihanna, the whole thing, center it. So I can just do it from here. I'm going to write the word center, close the bracket. Okay. If I want, I can actually move this to the next line so I can have better visibility. Since I put center right before P, I have to put in center right after P. So remember, every tag is hugged. So B is hugged by the content Rihanna. The P is hugged by the content, hi, this is Rihanna. And then the center is hugged by all of them. Okay. So just because you have B starting here, you cannot do ending here. Do you see what I mean? It has to be before it. Okay. Whatever start first, ends last. Start first, ends last. Start first, end last, or second to last, or whatever. So we have that. Let's see where if we can do something else. We did image a little bit. Um, I'll do something with colors. Oh, if I want to add a break, the break is the only thing that doesn't ends with in slash. So we're gonna add a break right there. Okay, forget it. We're gonna go over that in more in details. And HTML. What else are we missing? What else can we put in our website? We'll get to tables soon. I'm trying to see if we can. I'm going to do HTML, color, text, tag. Okay. Font color attributes. Okay. We're going to use red. See, some of that colors are built in, like red, pink, some common colors. So what is your name? I'm going to use the font color red, and I'm going to end with the bracket font. I'm just going to copy and paste. Look, I didn't even do anything else. Just copied and paste red. I can change it to anything else. I'm going to close it and see what we have here. Save. Page color. Okay. Let's go to open with. Okay, so we had hi, this is Rihanna, which we wanted center. It is a paragraph. And what is your name? It is italic and red. Okay, so we got everything that we needed. Okay. Now we know how what the element usually consists of, right? Tag names open, tag names closes. Some of the tags doesn't have a closer like break, but we'll go over that too. Okay. Doc type. Whenever I showed you guys the back of Google, which I don't have anymore. When I showed you the back of Google, inspect page source, the first thing you saw is that doc type HTML. Do you see it? Okay. Okay. Doc type HTML. Right? At the very beginning. And then it starts with HTML, right? Okay. Doc type HTML is used so the browser recognizes this is an HTML document. Okay. This is most common. This is a good practice to have in your HTML. So when we did that page right here, whoa, it got really big now. When we did that page right here, we did not use it. Edit it. We did not use it. We named the extension HTML, but we did not use it. This is a good practice to have. So now in HTML, in the newer HTML, even in the browser, summer browser, it is already given that even if you don't use that doc type HTML, it will automatically do it for you. However, it's a good practice to have. Okay, this is so the browser recognizes this is an HTML document. And then we do have that HTML opening and HTML ending, which is all the way in the bottom. This is to indicate that the HTML itself begins here, ends here. So we're telling the web browser, know that these are not humans, they don't read minds. So we need to tell the web browser that, hey, you know what? Let's start here and let's end here. We have to tell the web browser that. That's how they recognize it. Then we have body. Okay, we did not use a body here, did we? Okay, right. Body. Okay, this is a visible part of HTML document. It is between two tags, so body. Then you have the first heading. Actually, this is heading, not header. You change that. First heading, okay? If I want to, I can change this to a heading 1 or 2 or 3. We can look it up what the 1, 2, 3s are for. Okay? And then you have the first paragraph and then comment. So, comment starts with angle brackets as well. Angle bracket is HTML's best friend. And you're going to say, this is a comment. Okay? And we're going to save it. Should we be able to see the comment, you think? No.
Because that's the part where you want the users to know, or if you want to put any data, it's not going to show them.
Exactly. So if I'm more than one person is working on the website, I might want to leave some comment. Hey, hey Bill, look at this comment. Hey Bill, look at this comment. I don't know, some notes. But I don't want my users to see that, because then there will be like, what does that mean? So that sure. Okay. Now let's see the view source of it. Do you see, whenever we have the source, it just shows us exactly, this is behind the page, exactly what we did. And look, the comment shows right here. But it doesn't show right there. How did I get to it?
Yes.
You right click on this, and now it's different from website to website. This is why I like to use Chrome. Right click on it, view page source is gonna give you a page source. When we see Google's page source, this is their page source. So it's very fun.
And that's your page source that you made. Just made.
Yeah, so it's similar to my page right here. Look, HTML body, so on. HTML body center, Rihanna, so on. Okay.
If you make research of Google, you can't find the page, or
Huh? If you Google it, then no, you're not, because my website is in my local computer, so it's only for previewing. Now, if I buy a domain and then put that HTML file in the domain, so basically, after I go to GoDaddy, right? You guys heard of GoDaddy, most of you guys. Okay, GoDaddy is a place where you can buy the URLs, right? Domains, yes. Domains, URLs, you can buy it, right? Let's say that I bought abdthf whatever.com, right? Now, after buying that, I'm paying GoDaddy $5 a month or whatever, and I'm buying it. Now, I want this GoDaddy URL, which is my home's address, to display this page right here. All I have to do is upload the HTML to the domain, the servers, and then I'm going to say display that. But that's like a little way off, yeah. So, but first we need to learn how to make the website really pretty. And then we're going to work with how to retrieve information from the website, and then how to display the website. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to go over everything. There's a lot of tags right here, CSS, XML, and those things. I'm not going to go over that. I'm going to show you guys something, and then I'm going to tell you guys what we need to do for next class. How many of you guys use Facebook here? This is my dog's Facebook. It's not mine. This is truly, believe it or not, is my dog's Facebook. I don't believe in social media. So I have my dog's Facebook in here. So let's say that he looks like a toy, doesn't he? He looks like a little toy.
Stuffed animal.
Yeah, he looks like a stuffed animal.
what kind?
It's a Pomeranian, pure breed. Yeah. So let's say that I don't know why, for some reason, I forgot Prince's password. His name is Prince, by the way.
Wow.
You'll see why if you guys ever meet him. He is like a royal prince. But let's say I forgot Prince's password. Okay. Or maybe my friend logged in to their Facebook from my computer and they forgot and they just saved the password. Okay, and I want to look what their password is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a trick. Okay, so I'm gonna right click on this and I'm gonna click on inspect. Okay, inspect is going to give me no, actually it's gonna do more than that. So inspect is going to give me the code, HTML code, which by the way ends and begins with a bracket. Look, angle bracket, and then it gives you the elements of this. Yes. But in here it says type password. Okay? That means HTML, whenever you write type password, it means that, hey, it's going to be a password. Make sure this code is hidden. This text is hidden so people cannot see it because it's password. Okay. So, and then there's other things too, name, ID, and so on. We don't care about that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify the code in Facebook. Okay, I'm going to delete this and I'm going to write text. Hit enter. Okay, so now you have your friend's password. Okay. Yeah.
Is that easy?
That's easy.
And there's no security feature that Facebook has for this?
No.
And they know that TechFios.
Yep.
But it have to be saved, isn't it?
Huh?
If someone's password have to be saved here.
Yeah, it has to be saved. Yeah.
So they would have to log into your station.
Exactly.
And your station
Yes.
stores that as an HTML
Yes.
code.
Mm-hmm.
But if they never logged into your
Then
station,
nowhere.
you won't be able
Yeah. No. Then I would hack into everyone's Facebook.
That's why never store your password.
Exactly.
Or just hack into their station through online.
Exactly. If they give you a computer and you really want to snoop, then go ahead and do it. I never do. Just to be clear. But every time I forget my password a lot. So every time I forget my password, I usually just highlight this instead of doing forget password, and then turn it into text. So you have that. If you want to just change it back, just modify the code and say password. It'll change back. Nothing ever happened.
What else have you been doing?
Oh gosh. But anyway, so whenever you're saving passwords into someone's computer, even like we log in really fast, and then we did that save button pops up, and we just that's someone actually. But anyway, a save button pops up, we quickly just save it. You think twice before you do it, because they can not only log into your Facebook, because some people use their same password for multiple different things to remember it. Now they have your Gmail account, now they have your finance Chase account, and everything. So it's a good thing not to save it like in your personal computer only. So that okay. So you guys are online students. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, so this is what we are gonna do. I need you guys to not get overwhelmed. Okay, go through Excel, like I said, right to left. Go through the tabs. The second thing would be HTML introduction, and in the W3 school /HTML, and then go over this. Okay. You already know I'm going to send you the presentation, even though we didn't complete the whole thing. I'm going to send you the presentation. You already know the HTML structure and how to create an HTML page following this. Okay? Opening up a notepad, writing your HTML code, using the HTML extension, and add done. Okay? Or watch the video. Then I want you to practice one at a time. Header, heading, other elements, attributes, and go one at a time. And try to reach up to commenting. So introduction, editor, basic, elements, attributes, heading, paragraph, styles, formatting, quotation, and comment. So next class, what we're gonna do, you should have what tags are in back of your head, kind of. You don't need to memorize everything, just some stuff. And then we're going to create a site, and then you guys are gonna create a site. Okay? If you guys are ahead of the game already, you would probably start creating your site right now. Just get a piece of paper and draw out what you want your site to look like, and then go through this and start creating it.
So next week you want to see website, or you want us to just go?
Well, Saturday I'll tell you guys to create a website. Sunday, probably I won't get everyone because everyone will be busy. But next Saturday I'll see the website. But you can start from this Saturday or this Sunday. Start working on it. Because what happens is whenever you are trying it out, whenever you're trying to build something like this, you are going out and you're Googling to see, hey, how do I make my image center? HTML, make image center. And then something is gonna prop up. W3 School is probably the first one. Yeah. So then you're like, oh, okay, I figured it out. Paragraph opens, image, and then align center. If this code, you can just copy and paste this code to see what it does. And then let's say this code is not working, then go ahead and delete something or add something, give it a try. You don't have to have it all done, but.
So this.
So search for. I'm sorry. Search for image center, you were saying?
No, not search for image center. So if you, like, let's say that you draw out a website, what do you want your personal website to look like? Okay? And then you are going to come back here and then do the HTML body center and write down that, hey, my name is this, I want it center, I want an image on there. But let's say that you don't know how to put an image on there. So go to Google and search HTML image tag, because the brackets are called tag.
Oh.
Go in there and look, you have example 1. You even have tried yourself in W3 School. You tried yourself. Look, they have a happy face. Let's say that I want to make this 46 bigger and run it. Make sure you run it. That it just got a little bit bigger. 406, run it. It just got a little bit more, a lot more bigger. But anyway, you mess around with that, but keep in the back of your head how you want your website to look like, because that gives you a motive, right? And gives you like, oh, I want to really put color changing things, or I want to put running HTML from left to right or something like that. Then you want to learn more about it and you want to go through it more. But we will cover more of the tags next class. But this is just for you to research and learn how to do HTML.
Does HTML only do static information, or if you wanted a, let's say, button that does something, does HTML do that as well?
Yes, they do that.
Is that where the other sister programs come in to play, or?
If you want the button to look certain way, you can make it certain way. But let's say that if you want 10 buttons on here, and you don't want to format it all in HTML, you can have the sister CSS, sister tag, sister language come in and say that, hey, I want all button to be this color in one simple sentence. And then every time you create a button, it's going to be that color automatically.
I see. So I suppose the big website or companies, they have this HTML file, and then possibly they have Excel files, and maybe even SQL files or something.
Sometimes.
Into one location?
Yes.
And that's how they retrieve data?
Yes. So for now, where is it? Okay. Oh no, I have to upgrade it. Okay. I wish I could show you guys behind our website, but anyway, yes. So you have the CSS file, and then you have XML file, and then you might have JSON file. Usually people use either XML or JSON. We're gonna go over that next week. And then you will have a CSS file all together in one spot, okay, a hosting spot, okay. And then you're going to say that HTML talk to CSS, CSS talk to XML, and gather it all together like that. Hey, huh?
Images are on one side, so they all recall from different folders.
Different folders. Yeah, exactly. So HTML, basically, we write a code in HTML saying that go get the CSS code for buttons. So it goes to CSS code, get the buttons layout, and then applies it to HTML. And then HTML button becomes red if the CSS is red. So you know how like Google, they have certain format that they are using. See, you see the Gmail is dark gray, but whenever you highlight it, is underlined light gray Gmail, right? Search something, type something. Well, this is changed, but okay. So this is gray, and then whenever you it becomes light gray whenever you're not hovering over it, right? So this is a lot of formatting to do for one single thing, one single text. So what they're going to do, they're just going to write basic image, videos, map, news, more, text in tag, but then Gmail is going to write, or Google is going to write on top of the code, hey, all this text that's clickable, make it gray whenever you are not hovering over it, light gray whenever you're not hovering over it, and whenever you hover over it, make it dark gray. So that is CSS. HTML code goes to CSS, get that instruction, and applies it to HTML. Yeah, but we will learn more about that too.
It's for basically everything, even images and videos and everything.
In with HTML, you can do designs too. You can go each and one of them. Whenever you're clicking on image, whenever you're clicking on videos or map, you can say, hey, look light gray, but whenever I hover over it, look darker gray. Look light gray, hover over it, darker gray. HTML can do that too, but that's gonna be a lot of code. So that's why they come up with CSS. So they're like saying that. Yeah. Yeah. So, but we're gonna work with CSS files too, and I think that's the second thing that's on here. CSS. CSS is a language describes styles of HTML, right? CSS describe HTML element should be displayed, how the HTML element should be displayed. A tutorial to teach you basic CSS. So you see right here, it's saying background light blue, color, all H1 colors are going to be white and is going to be center. All P1 font is going to be this font and size this size. Okay? From now on, all the paragraph that you write, this is a good place to practice your HTML. This is my name. Run it. Okay, it's following the same thing, but let's see what happens whenever we do H1. This is my para. Even though it's heading, actually that's to H. H1. So look at it. This is my H. Okay. If we look back to heading one, this is my H1 actually. You look back to heading 1, the color is white, text is center. So whenever I write this right under paragraph, I should get it like this. But then this paragraph was black. Okay. Let's say Then I want to copy this. And I want to make heading 2. This is a CSS, it's not HTML. You don't need to know this right at this moment. Yellow. And I'm going to put left. Okay. I'm going to change that H1 to H2. H2. Run it. And look, it became, this is my H1 in whatever I set right there. So Google is saying the same thing. Whenever they are having that search button, they're saying this is gonna be H1, if they name it that, H1, or and so on. So they're gonna be doing the same thing. So for now, we need to learn the tags, very important tags. I'll try to send out an email to say that must know tags and nice to know tags. So you guys go over that. And then after we do that, after we start making our website, because we need to make tables and all that stuff, we're going to go into CSS, see how we can use CSS. Then we're going to go into JSON. We're going to retrieve data, how to retrieve data from XML file and JSON file. We'll talk about that more. Okay, any questions?
How much of an expert do you have to be in QA on this?
Not very much. You need to just know how to read the tags. So what you're going to do, let's say that you work with Google, and Google wants you to search iPhone, right? And they want to get this number right here, this large number right here, and maybe how many seconds it took. Okay, now let's look at this. They want you to retrieve this number as a QA to see if it's correct number. Let's inspect this. Oh, don't close. Okay, let's inspect this. Okay, you'll see that the ID of this, I don't know if you guys can see it actually. Is this? Okay. The ID here is called result stat. Result stat. Yeah, result stat. Okay. Alright, so what you're going to do, you're going to tell your software, Selenium software, that I want to search for iPhone. Okay. Now, after you search for iPhone, let's say you did that by your code, you need to read this stat and you need to display it. Okay, that about whatever result is this, you need to display it. You need to display it, or you need to retrieve that information to display it in your program. Now, how are you going to know to display this right here, this number right here, and not this right here, apple.com, or not this for 18 months, whatever, or for 24 months? How do you know which one to do? These are all objects. This is an object, this is an object, this is an object, this is an object, this is an object. And each of them has an ID. Okay, this one ID is called result stat. Okay, how would you know? By looking at the tag. You need to read the tag. You need to read the tag and then say that, hey, tell your program, hey, I want to find the ID tag. Okay, and then I want to make sure that ID tag is equal to result stat, and whatever that information it displays, bring it back to me. So the computer is going to find, oh, ID. So is not ID subform, is not ID top bar, is not ID front center. It's going to look through all these objects right here. Okay, and then it's going to find result stat. After it finds it, it's going to display this result. Now it seems like it's a lot harder, but it's not. After you learn your HTML, your JSON, and then after you learn your automation, basic automation Java, then this will seem like a piece of cake. You just have to make the cake and then bake it, and then it will seem like a piece of cake. So we're just making it now. So yeah, you have to have enough knowledge for like tag reading tags. you're programmed to read tags, you to read tags. That's why
How
HTML.
many tags there is?
Oh, I have no idea.
Wow.
No, you can make up your own tag, so I have no idea.
No limits of tags.
No, but how many popular tags? I would say about 30 popular tags that you have to use to make a website. 30. And I'll send those popular tags so you guys can read it. And then, And do you need to remember all these tags? No, not at all. That's why we have google.com.
And honestly, like when you work with a base like Java or a Sun or CSS or any kind of language, it just when you put argument, it comes automatically. If
Automatically.
This, else this.
Yeah.
Then the H1, if you start with the H1, it has to be end, otherwise argument is not going to work.
Exactly. As long as you know the basic concept of it, everything else just comes to you.
So even the developers sometimes they don't have it all in their head. They would go into the reference and check it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, all of my developers, they do it. Whenever we went to school developing, codes and stuff, we were on what is called checks, and then hold on, there's another one. Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow all the time. Stack Overflow, Java. We're on this all the time. We are looking for, hey, what is it? They ask question. Look, someone asked, hey, what is Stack Overflow error? And then they have 298 people that is liking this, and then someone is explaining, and someone is drawing it out, and someone is giving you the code, and we surf it all the time. No human being can remember every single thing, and there's so much to learn. Even doctors nowadays, they use.
Say that doctors need reference.
Yeah, they literally take your symptoms, especially in emergency. They don't do it right in front of you. They take your symptoms, input it in the computer, and then they tell you the diagnosis, and then they compare to see if it's matching diagnosis. So. Okay, guys, online student, any questions? I think we're done for today. Any question, online students? No? Okay. You guys know what to do. I'll send out an email restating what to do. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week. If not, before that.
So what are we going to do next week again?
Okay, so next week, basically kind of overview of the HTML and plus more.
Okay.
So we're gonna
Not
start.
anymore. Not Excel anymore.
Not Excel anymore. No.
If
But I will
you
give you
find
video.
difficulty in anything regarding Excel.
Then text in the group chat and say we need a Wednesday session. We need a Wednesday session, and then one of us will either Enrico, Shajat, me, or AP. One of us will start the group session. It's gonna be an hour long.
WhatsApp group, right?
WhatsApp group. If you need a group session,
Wednesday again.
Yes.
But when is it again? Wednesday time?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Anytime.
Any time is gonna be up to you guys. So in the group chat, you guys have to discuss which time you want. And
Okay.
The website we're gonna create, do you have a requirement of so and so?
No, but you have to have table in there. A table.
Table.
I'll send you
With
the.
data.
Yeah, I'll send you the information, the website. I'll send you the file within the email.
When
Yes, today.
The table requirement.
The website requirement. Yep.
Actually, yesterday I didn't get an email.
You didn't get an email? It's happening a lot. Let's do that right now. Yes.
You will send the information in email or WhatsApp?
Email. Yes.
And Saturday will be 9.
Saturday will be 9. Okay.
Okay, I missed today's.
Oh, no
I
problem. Just
arrive
watch
at
the
10.
video at the beginning.
You will send.
Yeah, I'll send it. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's see.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it? Okay.
Rihanna, honestly, I think I need to double check my thing again. I don't see any email.
Online students, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's
Hi. Um, Yesterday you sent a link, right, for yesterday class.
Uh-huh.
That one is not opening in YouTube. It's not. It says it's not unavailable. Oh,
Oh, really? Okay. I'll check into that. Maybe I have it on what is it called? In private.
uh-huh.
Okay. So I'll check it right after I go home. I'll check
Okay.
it and see.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh, no problem. Okay. Email address. MD
dot
dot
SAMAD
SAMAD
74
74
at yahoo.com.
at yahoo.com.